welcome to my lecture on internal conditioning. Internal conditioning is one of the softening method. To start with, let us discuss about hard water. Water becomes hard by being in contact with soluble divalent metallic cations. The two main cations that cause water hardness are calcium and magnesium. Calcium is dissolved in water as it passes over and through limestone deposits. Magnesium is dissolved in water, passes over and through dolomite and other magnesium-bearing formations. Strontium, aluminium, barium, iron, manganese and zinc also cause hardness in water, but they are not usually present in large enough concentrations to contribute significantly to total hardness. The suspended impurities and dissolved gases also causes hardness to water. Hard water forms scale, usually calcium carbonate causes variety of problems. Left to dry on the surface of the glassware, silverware and plumbing fixtures, hard water leaves an unsightly scale called water spots. Scale that forms inside water pipe eventually reduces water pipe carrying capacity. Scale that forms within appliances, pumps, valves and water meters causes wear on moving parts. When hard water is heated, the scale forms much faster. This creates an insulation problem inside the boilers, water heaters and hard water lines, increasing the water heating cost. One of the chief use of water is generation of steam in boilers. So, the boiler water should be free from turbidity, oil, dissolved salts, hardness scale forming compounds and dissolved gases. The process of removing the hardness producing salts from water is known as softening or conditioning of water. Water can be softened by two methods. One is external conditioning and second one is internal conditioning. In external conditioning, the hardness producing salts are removed from the hard water before the water feed into the boiler. In internal conditioning, the hard water is simply feed into the boiler. Into the boiler, the chemicals which remove the scale forming substances from water is added. The major difference between internal conditioning and external conditioning is, in external conditioning, soft water is fed into the boiler. In internal conditioning, hard water is fed into the boiler. The chemicals used for the internal conditioning methods are called boiler compounds. The boiler compounds are maybe carbonate, phosphate and galbanite. Any one of them is added to remove the scale forming substances from water. These substances, when added into the boiler, which are removing the scale forming compounds as a sludge or water soluble complexes. Let us discuss the carbonate conditioning. In this method, we add sodium carbonate into the boiler water. Sodium carbonate reacts with scale forming compounds like calcium sulfate. The reaction is Na2CO3 plus CaSO4 gives CaCO3 plus Na2SO4. Here sodium carbonate converts calcium sulfate into calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate gets precipitated, so it can be easily removed. This method, carbonate conditioning method, is applicable only in low pressure boilers, not in high pressure boilers. In high pressure boilers, the sodium carbonate undergo hydrolysis and give sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide causes some gastric embrittlement. So carbonate conditioning method is not applicable to high pressure boilers. The second method is phosphate conditioning. In phosphate conditioning method, sodium phosphate is added to boiler water. It reacts with calcium sulfate, a scale forming compound present in water. The reaction is calcium sulfate plus sodium phosphate Na3PO4 gives calcium phosphate Ca3PO4 twice plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Sodium phosphate reacts with calcium sulfate, which is present in water, and form calcium phosphate. It is obtained as a sludge, so it can be readily removed. Besides this sodium phosphate, two more phosphates employed in this method. They are disodium hydrogen phosphate. Disodium hydrogen phosphate. Na2HPO4. And third one is sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Na2PO4. So sodium phosphate, disodium hydrogen phosphate, sodium dihydrogen phosphate, any one of them can be used in phosphate conditioning. It depends on the nature of boiler water. If the water is too much acidic, then we should add the alkaline nature of sodium phosphate. It is alkaline nature. If the water is weakly acidic, then we can prefer weakly alkaline disodium hydrogen phosphate. If water is alkaline, then we can prefer acidic sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Third one is Galgan conditioning. Here we are adding the boiler compound Galgan. Galgan is sodium hexametaphosphate. The molecular formula is Na2Na4PO3 6 times. When galgan is added in boiler water, galgan interacts with calcium ion and form water soluble complex. The reaction is Na2 Na4 PO3 6 times plus CaSO4 gives Na2 Ca2 PO3 6 times plus Na2SO4. You can balance the equation. In carbonate conditioning and phosphate conditioning, we obtained only water insoluble compounds. But in Galgan conditioning, we obtain a complex which is highly water soluble complex. So there is no problem of sludge disposal. Right. So carbonate conditioning, phosphate conditioning, Galgan conditioning are three methods in internal conditioning. According to the nature of the water and to our need, we can prefer any one of the three methods to remove the scale formation substance from the boiler water. Let me summarize what we discussed today. We discussed about hard water, internal treatment of boiler feed water. Hardness was originally defined as the capacity of water to precipitate soap. Hardness is mainly caused by calcium and magnesium salts. Removing hardness from water is called softening of water. The softening of water carried out inside the boiler is called internal treatment of water. Internal treatment involves the addition of chemicals to the boiler water either to precipitate the scale forming impurities in the form of sludge which can be easily removed or to convert the impurities to soluble compounds so that scale formation can be avoided, life of plant equipment can be extended, the costly maintenance can be avoided. Thank you.